May was originally meant to be a much bigger month in terms of releases. Even with all of the delays, however, there are still some incredible games to look forward to, from long-awaited remasters by beloved studios to some rather unorthodox titles. Looter shooters, tactical turn-based titles, and a major expansion. There's something for almost everyone in May. Here are 10 games that you should keep an eye on next month. The Wonderful 101 Remastered. When Platinum Games launched the Kickstarter for the Wonderful 101 Remastered, it probably didn't anticipate over $2.25 million being raised. Releasing on May 19th for PC, PS4, and Nintendo Switch, the remaster of the Wii U Classic features improved graphics, running at 1080p resolution and 60 FPS on the PS4 and Nintendo Switch's docked mode. PC users will have the benefit of ultra-wide support, and new gameplay features include a time attack mode. Whether it translates over to the current generation or not remains to be seen, but the porting process has already been an unforgettable journey. Man-Eater. What happens when you pit a human against a shark? Probably the same thing that happens when you pit several hundred humans against a shark. This self-proclaimed Shark PG comes from Tripwire Interactive and Blindside Interactive, and sees a baby bull shark growing up to take revenge on a shark hunter. In the process, it'll nosh on sea life, venture to shores and yachts to devour humans, and unlock new abilities, like electromagnetic spikes, because of course that's what sharks are known for. You'll be doing sick flips, hopping onto beaches, and just being a general terror en route to evolving into a powerful megalodon. It's as ridiculous as it is egregious, and we cannot wait. Man-Eater is out on May 22nd for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Saints Row the Third Remastered. While Saints Row 4 Re-Elected was an underwhelming port, Saints Row the Third Remastered is actually putting in some effort. Releasing on May 22nd for Xbox One, PS4, and PC, the remaster sports 4,000 updated assets, retextured environments, a new lighting engine, and other improvements. It also collects all of the DLC on top of the base game, providing dozens of hours of gameplay into one package. Saints Row the Third is when the series fully committed to jumping the shark again and again and again. If you've never experienced it, the remaster might be worth checking out. Minecraft Dungeons. After a slight delay, Mojang's Minecraft Dungeons will be released on May 26th for Xbox One, PC, and Nintendo Switch. As a dungeon crawler action RPG set in the Minecraft universe, the focus is on exploring randomly generated dungeons and slaying enemies in search for epic loot as opposed to crafting. Don't worry though, you won't face any restrictions with regards to what kind of armor or weapons you can use. Want to rock a bow while running around with an enchanted hammer that chains lightning and creates fire trails? Well, go for it. In terms of feeding the power fantasy, Minecraft Dungeons should be a nice change of pace for action RPG looter fans. XENOBLADE Chronicles Definitive Edition. Monolith Soft's classic RPG finally makes the jump from the Wii to the Nintendo Switch in XENOBLADE Chronicles Definitive Edition. The sprawling open world and epic story focused on the war between the descendants of Bionis and Mechonis have been remade from the ground up, providing some genuinely great-looking visuals. But even more has been promised, from improved controls to an epilogue called Future Connected that takes place 1 year later. You can even jump straight into the epilogue if you so desire. Though it lacks the extra features of the new Nintendo 3DS version, XENOBLADE Chronicles Definitive Edition should not be missed. It releases on May 29th for the Switch.
Good thing I came prepared. We'll probably be needing this.
Someday You'll Return. A psychological horror game that takes inspiration from the likes of Resident Evil 7, The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, and Silent Hill. Someday You'll Return aims to provide its own twist on that formula. Following Daniel as he pursues his daughter Stella into a foreboding forest setting, one that he swore he'd never return to, the title features crafting, stealth, tracking, and even herbalism. There's even a karma system with your actions influencing the ending. Someday You'll Return releases on May 5th for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Borderlands Legendary Collection, Switch. The critically and commercially successful looter-shooter series finally comes to the Nintendo Switch on May 29th. The Borderlands Legendary Collection includes Borderlands 1 and 2 along with the pre-sequel, with each offering tons of story content to blow through. Not only that, but you get all of the post-release updates and DLC, though the recent Commander Lilith and the Fight for Sanctuary DLC for Borderlands 2 is sadly not included. Still, there's more than enough side quests, guns, loot, humor, and violence to grind through, especially on the go. And then you can do it all over again as a different Vault Hunter. XCOM 2 Collection, Switch. Let's be real here. Are you going to benefit from all of the crazy mods and enhancements made by fans to XCOM 2 over the years? Well, no, but the XCOM 2 collection on Switch, which also releases on May 29th, offers what is still one of the best turn-based tactical strategy titles to sink your teeth into. Along with the awesome base game and DLC packs, which introduce alien hunters and robot units, you get War of the Chosen, which adds new hero classes, new mechanics, levels, and even more challenges. Want to see what happens when a Chosen warps in to ruin your day? Well, this is the game for you. Besides, it's never too late to jump into the franchise, especially if XCOM Chimera Squad eventually gets ported over to the Switch. Terraria Journey's End. Terraria is receiving its final update, the real final update we're sure, on May 16th for PC with Journey's End. It revisits all elements of the base game, but also includes 1,000 new items, a bunch of new weapons, new furniture sets, new consumables, new vanity sets, new pets, and much, much more. You can even expect some new town NPCs, new wind mechanics, mini biomes, and some new visuals, including new backgrounds for the experience. There's a whole lot of new content coming, basically making for one hell of a send-off to the action-adventure sandbox title. Even if you've passed on Terraria after a few hours of play, it's worth coming back with Journey's End and experiencing everything that's changed. Plus, it's free, which is always a bonus. The Persistence, non-VR version. Originally released for the PlayStation VR, The Persistence is making its way in a non-VR format on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch on May 21st. The game is set in the year 2521, as the game puts the player in a deep space colony starship which is overrun with monsters and mutants. Featuring excellent visuals and atmospheric effects, players will fight their way through the ship in a procedurally generated environment. For those who own the PSVR version, those players will receive the non-VR version as a free update. And that about does it for this video. If you enjoyed what you watched and want to see more from GamingBolt, you can always hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon next to it. That way you will never miss any of our videos.